What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about a very, very particular player that makes your defense so much better. Now, remember this, guys. It doesn't really matter if you run a 3-4 or 4-3. One of the biggest traits, attributes, whatever you want to call it, on these cards this year that has been highly influential in whether you win or lose games is strength. Now, defensively, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm looking at right now to kind of give you guys some insight into what's going on. You're going to need the beef up front. Yeah, the beef. You're going to need that up front, right? It's very, very interesting that I got this card like on a whim. He was in one of my, more recent packs or whatever. I had him, well, no, probably not a recent pack. Early on when I first got the game, I was able to pull this guy. Now, he's a gem. And I'm going to explain to you why. Now, look, I could probably, in most cases right now, sell him and use a power-up pass, because I know a lot of you guys are like, you watch the video with the 62 to 81 overall power-up pass, and you're like, Gmia, what are the best cards? This guy right here, I'm not sure that he goes for as much, but I don't know how many other cards that are going to be 81 at base going forward that I'm actually going to be powering up that I wouldn't be able to afford later on. So for like the purposes of this video, we're going to go through a lot of different ways that you can upgrade your team so crazy by just doing basic stuff that's already in your binder with you grinding the game. So look, I'm going to point this out to you, right? Linval Joseph, he has a heavyweight card. And you can see he has an 89 strength. Now remember, guys, the tiers go like this. I think it starts at like 70 and then it increases by increments of 5. So let's go to the mid, right? If you got a guy with 80 speed, he's not on the same tier as the guy with the 85 to 89 strength. Okay, so like 80 to 84 is a different tier, 85 to 89 is a different tier, and then 90 to 95 is a different tier. As far as 95 and up, I have yet to see any information about that, but the different tiers of strength is huge. So pretty much put it like this. I run a 3-4 defense. And when I don't put Linval Joseph in there at the D tackle position, they don't scream the same way. Now, I experimented and I put Josh Allen in there with a 76 strength because he was faster. I did not get the same result. Once I went back and put Linval Joseph in there, bro, crazy. So I'm looking at the card and I'm like, what's going on? Like, usually it's speed is what would matter with Madden. Like, if you go back to like the old days of Madden, just having like a super fast guy would be the deal. They've changed all of that. All of that, like the attributes actually matter. And it's weird because I'll play somebody that doesn't really have that good of a team, but they have particular players with certain attributes and it'll just be a hell game. So me adding the strength factor to him, don't worry about his speed as much because he's just trying to gobble up that center and possibly a guard. What you're looking to do, right? And I want you guys to experiment with this. Most of you guys have already done it probably. So if this is the first time that you're hearing about it, this is what you have to do. If you look at the way the D tackle engages with the offensive line, if your D tackle is only occupying the center, he's probably a bum. This guy as an 81 usually tries to get attention of at least the left guard or the right guard. So that double team, it opens up so many other gaps for Lawrence Taylor, Myles Garrett. Even if your team is not as good, you could be looking for a card like this to kind of fill that gap for the 3-4. If you're a 4-3 defense, he should be one of your D tackles. Kawan Short, he has like, he has a decent strength as well, 82, but that's still lower tier. I would look for somebody like 85 and above to kind of get like the higher end of it, and it'll definitely benefit you very, very well. So now that I've shown you all of that, I'm going to go and we're going to go look for his power up, and we're going to also go get his heavyweight card. Now remember, you can always unlock the heavyweight cards using training inside the store. For the purposes of this video, I don't feel like going through the whole craziness of actually trying to look for other routes of getting it, because look, this is what I can do. I can get a card and like a punter, 86, 87 overall punter, and try to gamble for a heavyweight, but that can create a little bit of chaos and cause me to actually lose, coins in the process. So I'm just going to buy the card outright and finish up the job. But what I want to do first, and what I always urge you guys to do, because I did this a lot last year, is always double check what you have in your binder before you go to spend. So you can see I don't have a D tackle power up, so I'm not missing out on anything when it comes to this. All right, and some of you guys are going to ask about the other guy. I'm going to show you guys the legend D tackle that came out that a lot of you guys were also asking about. Gmia, is he worth that price? Now, he doesn't have the strength. All right, he might play faster off the ball because it's suitable. I'm gonna pull the card up for you in a second to kind of give you an idea, because he's one of the higher priced legends. But what? Why do they have a D tackle that's? Isn't he a legend? Hold on. What is that dude's name? There's really no. It's no way possible. What's that dude's name from the Vikings? Hold on. Let me. Because I know he's a D tackle, right? Where is he at? It's no way possible. Is he a left end or something? Yeah, John Randall. There's no John Randalls in the thing. That's the guy I was talking about. But let me see something real quick. Why is he not coming up under legends? Isn't he a legend? This is weird. Okay, John Randall. Why is his really? Wow. Okay. So anyway, with his card, he doesn't really have high strength. So I guess people love him that much that it's no version of his card available. That's really, really weird. That is extremely weird, to be honest. That you can't, there's no other D tackle. Hold on. No, that doesn't make any sense. Something's going on here. Let's clear everything out. Let's clear everything out, because that seems kind of weird that none of his card is available, unless he's not coming up as a D tackle for some reason. Let's go ahead and check that out, because we have to make sure about that. I like to, know what's going on, but I'm pretty sure that there should be other cards going on with those overalls, unless they changed his position for some reason. But let's see. It really isn't there. It really isn't there, bro. Let's go. Okay, we got that guy. There really isn't any of him. Let me go defensive. Let's go all defense and see what we got. 89. Okay, Reggie White. Okay, okay. They really have no version of his card available in the store. That's pretty wild, dog. I don't really understand why that is. But the reason that I wanted to point that out to you guys, just so you guys know, because I've been asked that question, is that he's faster. John Randall is a lot faster, but he lacks the strength. And some of you guys just wanted to know, like, is that something that we should really go after? Because the last I checked, he was going for like 500, something like that, like 500K or something like that. But it's pretty weird to me, unless he's a limited maybe? I think he's a limited. Okay, that makes sense. He's a limited card. All right, forget about all of this stuff. I was like, all right, the only way that I could probably remember that, guys, is if I would have went here and looked at the legends and kind of figured it out. Like, all right, why is he not there? But that's why. Okay. John Randall was a limited card, and nobody has him up. And I don't believe that this year you can use training points to upgrade them. So you would actually have to wait for another method to get them, because people were saying that you can't use training to upgrade the last level of these limited cards anymore like we could in 19. But I just wanted to point out to you guys that his speed, I think he's like a 75 speed, but that doesn't matter because his strength is lower than Joseph, who we're about to go ahead and complete right now. So Linval Joseph, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go into the auction house. We're going to go ahead and we're going to type his name in to make it a little bit easier. You can always go and just go D tackle for the Vikings, but I believe this is going to probably be easier. So we're going to buy his power up. Okay. The only issue, like I said, we could probably sell his 81 overall and use the power up pass, because honestly, I don't think that I'm going to have any other use for it. But it is what it is. So this one is he's going for 16K. So that's pretty cool. Now this is going for 83. All right. We're going to go ahead and just grab it for 83, because I think what people are realizing, some people are realizing that this card is like a low-key jewel, and once you get this guy out there on the field and you're able to see exactly what he's doing, you'll more or less understand why the strength factor is so huge. So now that we have that, the next thing that we have to do now is we have to find some reasonable training. All right, so we got to first go and back out. We're going to go find out how much. Let's just find out, first of all, how much it's going to cost to actually power him up. So we'll start powering him up right now, and he might go to a 93 strength, low key, with the power up. So let's go ahead and check that out. That might also be a huge addition to everything that's going on. All right, so let's go over to his power up, and let's start to see what it's going to cost us to get him up. Now, like I told you, we are going to probably make that 16K back and use it on this card, because like I said, honestly, I just don't see why I should hold on to that power up pass. It's not doing anything for any of us. You know what I'm saying? So why should I, just have it there? It doesn't make any sense. So right here, right, with the 81, you're going to see that we have, I think, one more power up pass. Oh, we have 2 of them. Yeah, so we might as well sell this guy, get 16K, you know what I'm saying? And do that. So we'll add the power-up pass in there for that. We'll add the X Factor. Okay, now he needs 335, and then his item. So his strength is actually, you see it right there, it actually is going to go to a 93. So we need about 335 training. So I know most of you guys are like, what is probably the best case scenario for that? Well, what we could do, because we know now that we're going to get rid, you know, we already started powering him up, and we're going to sell the other card. We can go ahead, let's check what, we saw it was like 16K before or something. What was it? 16. All right, so let's sell him for about 15. Because somebody will buy him, pretty much people will start to understand why the strength factor is so important, and they'll get that done. So we'll sell him for 15K, and then we'll try to go lurk something real quick in the store. You know what I'm saying? To get some kind of value for it. Low key, I could probably sell Brandon Cooks also, because I don't really need him, bro. I got so many wide receivers. I don't really need that guy. But anyway, let's go ahead now, and we're gonna go to auction and trades. I think the 84s give you about 700 training. So what we could do right now, let's go ahead, let's clear this real quick. All right, we'll clear that. And then we are going to, you know, go quality, go 84, 85. Let's see what pops up first. 41. Now that's kind of crazy, bro. Like, do I really want to spend that though? What about an 82 to 83? What are we looking at for that? 21. All right, let's take an 80. We'll take that. We'll spend the 21. All right, just for, because I think that will give us at least, isn't that at least 300 and something? Yeah, 365. All right, so that gives us the 365. We spent that. We spent 21. We're gonna get back 15 minus the tax, and then we'll pretty much make out we're just having purchased the 86 overall card that we're gonna use actually for the heavyweight. So now let's go back into our binder, and then we're gonna go ahead. Why did we go to the lineup? I don't know what's going on. Didn't I press? All right. Okay, we got to exit the lineup screen. Why did it take me in there, though? Didn't I go, like, slot down? Probably didn't get to go. Sometimes it doesn't register. All right, so we go back to the item binder, and then we're going to look for our card. It should be on the newest, because we just got that done. All right, so we had him up to an 82. Now, we're going to finish up the upgrade process. Another question that you guys are asking, should you give him an X Factor? Is he a key player to have an X Factor? Honestly, I don't think you need to. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, with me, I don't even have an X Factor on Lawrence Taylor yet. And he's an outrageous savage. What does he have? Fearmonger? Okay, we're good. We don't need to put nothing on him. What is his abilities? Secure tackler? No, we can't. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't make any sense. You get 3 on offense, 3 on defense. We can't really waste it on some other players. We will make him a Viking. Oh, he played for the New York Giants, though? Oh, I didn't know that. I don't even remember that, bro. All right, it don't really matter, though. It don't really matter what I remember. The bottom line is, let's take a look at the tier that he's at right now. So he's up to a 70 speed, 74 excel, 93 strength. That's what I'm looking for. That strength factor is huge. Now with the block shedding, he's 1 level away from that next tier. That's huge. The 85 play recognition, if you guys notice, the RPOs are very, very interesting. There's a lot of different ways to stop it. One of the smartest ways to stop it, though, is to have more players with higher play recognition, because they'll see it and be able to react to it, even if they're blitzing. Let me just point that out for you guys. Like, if it happens really, really fast, you'll notice that the linemen with higher overalls with play recognition will go after it. I've actually seen that several times, so I can verify that actually works. So that's pretty huge having that going on. So let's go now and insert him into our lineup and start rocking and rolling. So where are we? Right here. So he's going to be our number 1 D tackle. All right, and like I said, primarily I run a 3-4. I use the Lions defense, so I have 3-4 and 4-3. But this guy right here, he's adding a different dimension to something that we're already doing. He's going to make that 3-4 scream even more, with Myles Garrett as one end, Jadeveon Clowney as the other end, a linebacker in Lawrence Taylor, and a linebacker in Von Miller. He's going to be screaming out of this world. All right, so that's pretty much what I wanted to make sure you guys understand. Your D tackle is more important than ever. He, I believe, is the strongest D tackle in the game right now with that 93 strength. So I think you guys should do yourself a favor and just try him out. I know he doesn't have the power move, the finesse move, but he has the weight and he has the strength to occupy the center and also a guard at the same exact time. All right, so look out for it. Try it out, because I've already seen what his original card does. I've already tested that out, and you can save a little bit by not going after John Ramler right now or looking for it, you know, he being a limited card. You know, so that pretty much is what it is. All right, I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. I am working on a few things. Why is this? Hold up, why is he not where he's supposed to be? Oh, I had him at, oh, specialist, right? All right, so yeah, he's going to be the #1 rush defensive tackle. He should be, right? I don't know why they didn't just put him in there automatically. They didn't even ask me. Usually they ask me, and then we'll be waiting for. What's going to happen is we'll wait for that player to sell, and then obviously we'll be up around like almost 150, you know, minus whatever tax EA decides to take out. And that's pretty much what it is. So definitely stay tuned, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, all at GmiasWorld. Drop a line in the comment section. Let me know if you're going to be adding Linval Joseph for now. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.